OSH, we talked about the Chinese Exclusion Act and kind of the native mindset towards Asian immigrants. We also covered, especially during World War II, Japanese internment camps and how the Japanese were mistreated and viewed in this very negative way, especially during that time period. Um, but to Ethan's point, that's kind of all that was covered regarding Asian Americans, and it wasn't covered to the full extent. We spent probably like a few days on each of those topics.
I mean, I haven't really, being a computer engineering major, I only took like one U.S. history class, and that history class only went up to like the Civil War, I think, so I can't really comment much.
We didn't go over it much in class, to be honest. There's probably like 2 slides on it. I think our teacher handed us like this thick packet that he told us to read. It had like 5 documents on it. We had to answer a few questions, and that was kind of it for the Chinese Exclusion Act. And then for the Japanese internment camps, I feel like we covered it for less than a class period, probably maybe like 20 minutes, to be honest. I mean, you were in my class. Was that about right?
Yeah, I mean, the discussions we had on it were very shallow. I mean, we literally just talked about it probably, 20 minutes, and then we just went to the next part of history in that section that we were learning about.
And I feel like that's definitely not enough, because the Chinese Exclusion Act was a really big point in history. For Asian Americans, it was this very big native mindset, and the Chinese immigrants were, and even not even immigrants, people who were born here as well, they were viewed in this very negative way. And especially for the Japanese internment camps, that was such a big point, because you have hundreds of thousands of Japanese immigrants being shoved into these camps, which is like a horrific thing, right? And it kind of gets really glossed over. Nobody really talks about it. We don't really learn about it. You don't hear anything on the news about it. So I feel like it could definitely be upgraded. It could definitely talk about more, learn about more.
I mean, I think schools should encourage talking about Asian American history because, I mean, not for every school, but I feel like for our school, we have a very diverse student population. Like, all of us are Asian here. I mean, we go to a predominantly white school, but there is a lot of Asians. So I feel like it's good for Asian people to learn about their history, because it's something they could definitely be passionate about, and schools should bring light on it.
Well, I think to Ian's point, America's kind of this melting pot of diversity and cultures. So we always want to improve, and we don't want to, do the same mistakes that we did in the past. So it's very important to learn about Asian culture, how Asians were treated, the Chinese Exclusion Act. We always want to, be educated on these things so that we know how to not reenact those mistakes, how to grow as a community, how to be more inclusive, how to appreciate other people's cultures more. And I think it's very important for cultures, not just Asians, to learn about our history, because they can see that we're more than just kind of this name, that we're not just Asian, have a lot of different cultures. We're Korean, we're Japanese, we're Chinese, and to see that we're multi-dimensional.